Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. Today we've got another arcade classic for you. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, the arcade classic. So let's get into it.
Let's kick shell! Let's kick shell!
So we're going to play as Leonardo.
This is April O'Neil reporting.
Oh dear, a giant Krang has just stolen the Statue of Liberty, and there's Shredder.
Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag!
So, scene one. We're going into battle. Now you notice that stylistically this is very similar to the recent Shredder's Revenge title on the modern consoles. It's clearly it's a huge inspiration. Turtles in Time was a huge inspiration to Shredder's Revenge. I think that much is obvious. So pretty simple controls. You've got a basic attack button, you've got a jump, and you've also got a run button, I think. Yes, that's a run. Yeah, you've got a run button as well. Okay.
Pizza time!
Hey, some much needed energy there. So we're just fighting our way through the Foot Clan here. As you can see, the animation style is very much based on the cartoon series of the time, which, funnily enough, in Scotland had a different name. You probably heard this. It was we called it Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because apparently British censors at the time thought that ninja was too violent. They also heavily censored the elements of the cartoon to remove any reference to nunchucks. So if you wonder why Michelangelo didn't appear as much in the fight scenes in the UK version of the show, that was why. Depictions of nunchucks on screen were banned until I think the late 90s. Because it also had the knock-on effect that we didn't get an uncut version of Enter the Dragon on home video until the early 2000s when it came out on DVD. So as ridiculous as that sounds, yeah, we had a censored version of the Ninja Turtles because the word ninja was considered dangerous and the use of nunchucks was considered dangerous as well. So, thankfully we live in slightly more enlightened times now, I think.
Pizza time!
Okay, and it's the boss, it's Baxter Stockman. Of course, inspired by the movie The Fly, one of the most disturbing films I've ever seen. And unlike recent games, we don't seem to have an energy bar here. But in arcade style, Baxter starts to flash as we get closer to beating him. So it shouldn't be too long now, hopefully. Almost got him. He sure likes to use that punch attack though. And we've got him. So level 1 is cleared. Now we move on to level 2.
Cat blues! Cool off, sucker!
Oh, so you can use the hydrants to actually knock out the Foot Clan members as well. That's good to know. So this is actually my first time playing this game today. You know, I heard great things about it, but it was never in any of the arcades around where I lived at the time. And also, I have played the Sega Genesis Mega Drive version, the Hyperstone Heist, which is a different game, but is very similar in terms of its presentation and its combat to Turtles in Time. It's basically regarded as the Sega version of Turtles in Time.
This cave is creepy. Pizza time.
But there are some differences in the levels and the layout and things, so it's not quite Turtles in Time, which I think is why they had to give it a different name. But yeah, I played Hyperstone Heist, as it was called, and I also played Turtles Tournament Fighters back in the day, which it's a shame that game had so much potential, but it basically just became an inferior version of Street Fighter. You know, you had other games like Mortal Kombat and Eternal Champions at about the same time that tried to do something a bit different in terms of how you do the moves, how you use the characters, how it's presented. But Tournament Fighters to me just felt like a Street Fighter clone, unfortunately. I mean, all one-on-one fighting games at that time were clones of Street Fighter to a certain extent, but yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with that, unfortunately. I've heard the Super Nintendo version is better though, so I'll need to give that a try at some point. I haven't done any Super Nintendo games on the channel yet, but I do have the capability to do that, so if you've got any Super Nintendo games you'd like to recommend, then please let me know. I was a Sega kid growing up, but what my good friend, who's sadly no longer with us, he had a SNES, and we would sometimes play it at his house, so I have played some great SNES games. F-Zero comes to mind. That was a really fun game, and of course all the Marios as well, you know, the usual. But yeah, if you've got any good Nintendo recommendations, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them, because I'm wanting to get into Super Nintendo gaming. A console that I missed out on at the time, because, you know, you had to make a choice. It was, you know, Mega Drive or Super Nintendo, and I went for Mega Drive. But okay, so we're fighting against this robotic turtle now, whose name I can't remember. This actually feels a bit more straightforward than the first level boss. I like that music, kind of reminiscent of the Captain America game. You know, that sort of escalating boss music, I like it. Yeah, the Turtles was a big part of my childhood. You know, I was initially into Transformers a lot as a kid. Then the Turtles came along towards the end of the 80s, and then it was after that it was Power Rangers. But there was definitely a time where the Turtles was my thing, especially the cartoon. The cartoon was what got me into it, but I loved the films as well.
Sewer surfing.
Went to see Turtles 2 in the cinema, and I remember that was a great experience. You know, people criticise that movie, but I love it. I recently rewatched it on Blu-ray, and it's still a fun movie. I love Turtles 2. Even the ninja rap. Oh, who am I kidding? Especially the ninja rap. Only Vanilla Ice could sell something like that and make it work. Ooh, that's a scary looking alien.
My toes, my toes.
Oops. So it's good, as I said before, with these sort of scrolling beat 'em up games, it's good when you have like levels like this just to kind of make things a bit more interesting. You know, with the auto-scrolling sections and whatever. It's, yeah. Nice colourful game this as well, really vibrant colour scheme. Konami did some really good arcade games back in the day. It's a shame they don't do that anymore. Arcades are still a thing in Japan, you know, we call them game centres over here, but there are still a lot of arcades. Tekken in particular still has a very big arcade scene. One of the few mainstream games that still gets a regular arcade release as well as console release. taking a bit of a kicking here. So my favourite turtle was actually Donatello. You know, I've always been kind of the slightly geeky, brain-bound person in the company, and you know, Donatello identifies with that. Yeah, you know, Leonardo was the leader, whatever, but Donatello was always the one who would come up with the solution to the problem with science, you know. So yeah, he was my guy. Of course, a typical beat 'em up style, you get knocked out just as you find a power-up. These big yellow alien things are kind of scary looking. I don't know what they're from. Look a bit like xenomorphs, but obviously they're not. But don't remember them being in the cartoon. I must have missed that episode. Okay, I think we've got them all now. Hey, boss time.
Patience is wearing thin. I'm banishing you to a time warp from which you will never return.
Ah, so this is where the Turtles in Time element comes. Okay. So where have we been sent to?
Turtlesaurus.
Ha! So we've been sent to prehistory. Okay. So we're gonna fight dinosaurs here at some point? Oh, there's pterodactyls. Dropping rocks on us. Oh, we've got archers now. Funny, all of these Foot Clan types were pretty much the same in the Shredder's Revenge game. I remember the green ones were the archers, blue ones had the swords, and purple were the fodder ones, the fodder enemies. So yeah, clearly it's been heavily influenced by this game, which is good to know because I really enjoyed Shredder's Revenge, and might do a playthrough of that at some point on the channel as well. I know it's not strictly speaking a retro game, but it's in a retro style, so I think we can just about get away with that. Okay.
Pizza power.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember the Rock Soldiers. They were from Dimension X, if I remember correctly, part of Krang's whole gang. Oh, and we've got foot soldiers riding on what look like raptors now. Okay. Yeah, it's fun and it's creative. I like this. I was wondering when the time element was going to come into it, because you know the game is called Turtles in Time, but I don't remember the Sega version having any time travel elements to it. Right, is this the boss now? Yep.
Man, I just had a shower.
Looks like Clayface from the Batman franchise. Kind of goo monster.
Man, I just had a shower.
So, it seems that flying kicks are particularly effective against this guy.
Man, I just had a shower.
Almost there.
Man, I just had a shower.
Obviously, there's a lot more dialogue from the Turtles than there was on the console versions as well, because, well, arcades always had better sound and memory capacity in those days. And our slime monster is down. Is that a shredder-shaped rock in the distance there? Okay, so where to next? Oh, looks like a ship.
Skull and crossbones.
Oh, we're being dropped onto a pirate ship now. Alright, this is fun. Oh, watch out for the floorboards. I remember those from the Mega Drive version. There was popping up floorboards were on some levels of the game. And they were a bit annoying. The rock soldier seems to be introduced a lot earlier into the play here, because in Shredder's Revenge it wasn't until the last couple of levels when you got to Dimension X that you would actually fight them. I wonder if we'll see the Triceratons at any point. Oh, that poor soldier got himself caught on the scenery there.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Watch out for those floorboards, as I did before. Okay.
Pizza power! My toes, my toes!
That rock soldier's carrying a big gun there. I'm gonna watch out for that. There we go. Oh. Are those some sort of like discs at the sort of a Captain America shield type weapon that they appear to have there?
Ooh,
Okay.
I feel seasick.
Right, I'm going to go and take out this archer first, because he's just lurking waiting to get a shot off at me. This is better. Oh, hit with a shuriken there. Now be careful for those. Right, we don't need that heart yet, but we'll see how we get on in a minute. I guess this might be where we fight the boss, because it looks like we're at the end of the boat. Ah, Toka and Razor. Glad that they were included in this game despite being primarily movie characters. Knocked out there. It looks like Toka's gonna go down first. I think those lightning strikes do damage as well. I need to be careful of that. Okay, one down, one to go. And it looks like Razor's almost down as well. And he's down. Okay. Now. Oh, he's turned back into a baby turtle. How cute. Just like in the film. Okay, so where to next, I wonder? So we're done with the pirate ship. Now where are we going? Oh, a train.
Bury my shell at Wounded Knee.
Ah, it's going to be a Western style. Oh! I wonder if they reused any assets from Sunset Riders for this level, because it looks very similar, and it would have been the same programming team, so... That's another game we have on the channel. Please give that a watch at some point. Sunset Riders. Underrated arcade classic, in my opinion. Really fun and quite creative sort of platform shooter. Much like this game, very colourful in its animation style as well.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
Don't know why you feel seasick on a train. Reused asset, I'm guessing. Oh, that's a Foot Clan soldier on a horse. How nice. Of course, that's another big difference between the cartoon and the movies, is that in the movies the Foot Clan were all humans, but TV rules in the US at the time, you couldn't actually punch human beings on a kids' cartoon, so they made them robots. Which is why you never see the Turtles actually physically strike Shredder, because that would have broken the rules, because Shredder was a human, albeit a bad one.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
You know, it's the same logic by which Transformers the movie was able to get away with brutally murdering half of its cast in the first 10 minutes, because they were all robots, so it didn't matter. The level of violence was perfectly okay, as long as you weren't doing it to humans. That's one of the great unfortunate things of the 16-bit era. We never got a really good Transformers game.
Pizza time.
Yeah, I don't remember these guys with the flails there. They're exclusive to this game, I think. They weren't in Shredder's Revenge. Okay. There's just something cute about this little Foot Clan guy riding up on a horse just to get battered by one of the turtles.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
Can't seem to reach that box of fireworks in order to trigger it. Right. There we go now. And that works.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
Okay, moving on. I think we must be getting close to the boss here.
Oh, goody.
Yep.
Fresh turtles for luck.
Yeah, this guy was in Shredder's Revenge, can't remember his name. But, yeah. Recurring villain. pick up the health, I think.
Pizza time.
Definitely a spike in difficulty here as we're moving through. Again, note that this boss is flashing, so hopefully not too much longer till he's down for the count. It's going to add a few more credits, so we're into single digits there. There we go, he's down. So that's the 1800s cleared. Where are we going now? Ooh, looks like we're going to the future.
Neon Night Riders.
2020, not quite the future anymore. Oh dear, how disappointing it must have been when we got to 2020 and the world didn't look anything like this. Well, at least in the Turtles universe there's no pandemic, that's a good thing. Funny that how many of these games of the 80s and 90s that I've been playing recently where they reference the future, and it's actually like we're almost at that time now. Like I was playing Eternal Champions the other day, and one of the characters was a bounty hunter from the year 2030, which was almost 50 years in the future at that time, but or 40 years rather. But now that's only 5 years away at the time of filming, so yeah, interesting kind of how that kind of changes your perspective of these games. Machine gunners are tricky. There we go, right. I think I have to hit him a couple of times. There we go, got him. Alright, now we move on. Leo, don't look at me like that, I'm doing my best here, come on.
Pizza time.
What is this? Oh, it's Krang.
The Wrath of Super Krang.
Okay. Getting there. This boss isn't that difficult actually, it's just that kick is one move that seems to be kind of hard to dodge. Okay, Super Krang is down. So where to now? Oh, looks like we're going even further into the future.
Starbase, where no turtle has gone before.
See what you did there.
Time
Oh yeah, these little droid things, they made a comeback in Shredder's Revenge as well, I remember those. Good fun game this, easy to play, nice colourful graphics, good music. This is what an arcade game should be. I like this. I'm colour me impressed. I'm quite happy with this.
I feel seasick.
Oh. Kind of Star Trek style transporter movement there, that was interesting. Oh, that reminds me, another first time playthrough coming soon to the channel. I'm going to try Star Trek I think it's Star Trek Invasion, the PlayStation 1 game. I've heard it's pretty good. And it's got Worf in it. Anything with Worf in it is worth playing in my opinion. He may not be a merry man, but he is an awesome character. Little transporter pads are everywhere. Oh. Oh, Splinter giving us a little nudge in the right direction there. What are these panels here all about?
Now I'm too cool.
Okay. Let's see what you're doing now. Right. Ah. Again, killed right in front of the power up. Ugh.
Now I'm too cool. Now I'm too cool.
I'm getting punched senseless here. This isn't fun. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I'm hoping that's a background effect, the dimming lights, and there isn't something wrong with my my system.
Forgot the sun cream. Forgot the sun cream.
Oh dear. All these little unique animations of the turtles getting frozen, burned, whatever it is, that's pretty cool too. A lot of detail went into this game. I'm guessing whatever boss we fight is probably going to show up on that monitor. Or Shredder.
You shellheads are dead.
Yeah. It's Krang again.
I'm trapped. Anyone got a pin?
Haha. Oh dear. Okay. Right. So we gotta hit Krang as he circles us and try and avoid getting turned into a bubble. Okay.
Anyone got a pin?
dear. Yeah, Shredder's cheering him on from the sidelines.
I'm trapped. Let's get shell. Anyone got a pin? I'm trapped. Anyone got a pin? I'm trapped.
Okay, Krang is now starting to flash red, so that's a good sign.
Anyone got a pin? I'm trapped.
Just dropping more of these little droids now. Okay. Right, Krang, come on. Come here.
I'm trapped.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So it's difficult to hit Krang when he's in midair, but not impossible.
I'm trapped. Anyone got a pin?
Oh.
Trapped.
Almost got him.
Red King Shell. I'm trapped. Red King Shell. I'm trapped. Anyone got a pin?
And we got Krang down. Okay.
That
So-
holds our way home. Let's go.
So hopefully now we're back to the present and we can have a... Oh, it's a Technodrome. Okay.
Technodrome, the final shell shock.
Alright. So now we get ready to battle Shredder. Ah, and there's the Statue of Liberty that got stolen in the opening part of the game. Okay. And it's Shredder.
Turtle Soup, my favorite.
He's a bit bigger than I remember. It's kind of funny though, because the way TV works, I saw the Turtles cartoon about the same time that I first saw Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and whereas a lot of people watch the Turtles and they thought, oh, you know, that's the same voice actor. I was like, I watched Fresh Prince and I was like, that's Shredder when James Avery came on. Not quite sure why Shredder's having holding a lightsaber. I must have missed that episode. This is too easy to be a last boss, so he must have another form after this, surely. Really is a great character design, Shredder. Especially in the movies, he looks so intimidating. Yeah, this can't be the last boss. He's too easy. Almost got him. He's surely that can't be it. That was
The
too
Teenage
easy.
Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Really?
Our 4 reptilian heroes have overcome the arch villain Shredder.
Oh. Alright, that was the last boss. Okay. Well, good game. Fun. Last boss was slightly underwhelming, but that's alright. I guess maybe it's just I was expecting Super Shredder or something, but anyway. Yeah, good game. Fun first time playthrough. I enjoyed that. Hopefully you did too. So, please continue watching Tartan Samurai Gaming. New retro gaming content uploaded every single day. And lots more coming to the channel soon, so please stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.